Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hunter. Welcome back to Baseball Head. Hopefully you like this video and hit that subscribe button. I would mention before we get into this video that we're coming up on the All-Star break and everybody's going to be very quiet. The media's going to be very quiet. They're going to be covering the games. But this channel is going to be very active, just as active as it is during the regular season and during the game. So you want to subscribe to this channel, especially if you're not on X and you're not on Facebook or any other platform. But particularly, this is going to be very busy here this week. We got the draft coming up, and that's going to be a huge thing starting on Sunday. And then we're going to be doing 3 videos a day for you, or I'll be doing 3 videos a day for you, and plenty of content on here. I'm also going to be busy on X as well. So your other favorite YouTubers and less funnier and less entertaining YouTubers than your host will be taking a vacation. I will be not doing that at all. I will be busy here to entertain you. More than just giving you information and talking about the games. This is about entertainment. I want you to be here and watch me, and we can talk about the Mets even if there's no games starting on Sunday. But as you know, Mets bullpen is a disaster. They've had injuries to major pieces to their bullpen, particularly Brooks Raley. They've lost Drew Smith for the season. They've lost Edwin Diaz for a time. Obviously, he had that bad, terrible injury last year. Sean Reed Foley hasn't been here. He should be coming back some point after the All-Star break. And of course, we've had bad performances from a really lousy bullpen. We also don't have Reed Garrett here, who had been pitching well for the first month, and he's been sort of dragging himself for the last few months, trying to desperately get outs. And of course, we've had the lousy Jake Diekman. That guy's a deek. That's what he is when he pitches. That's how I feel. That's what I want to say to him. You're a deek. You can figure out the lettering differently than your host. I don't want to be too gruesome, too graphic for a baseball video. Might be some kids watching. But let's put it this way. He has to go. And the Mets need desperately, they don't have a setup man. It is very difficult, in my view, to keep going to the Daniel Nunez game after game after game. It's just unfair. You know, he's a young player. He's a rookie, just getting his feet wet. And even though he's pitched really well, he's been excellent. You need a veteran there to sort of be a fallback position. Mets need a couple of arms out of that bullpen. And, of course, they brought in Phil Maton, who gave him a run on Friday to the scum-sucking Rockies. I usually say scum-sucking Phillies. But usually the Rockies are so bad. How bad are they? They're so bad, they're the worst team in the National League. But you can't rely on Phil Maton, who is really a 6th inning, 7th inning guy. He's not a 8th inning guy. So you're asking too much of him, especially coming in here. And he had not pitched well up until the last month. So Mets need at least 3 more pitchers. I think, well, maybe more like 2 pitchers now. Because Maton, you can kind of finagle him. And you got Jose Buta that you could throw out there in the bullpen a little bit. But he's not a bullpen arm. But there are some names. There's 5 names in this video we're going to get into that could be of use for the Mets starting right now. First up is Taylor Rogers of the Giants. He's a left-handed pitcher. In 38 appearances this season, Rogers has a career-best 1.98 ERA. 8 earned runs over 36 in the 3rd innings, while strong his 9.9 strikeouts per 9 at its lowest since 2018, though he has increased ground ball percentage, which is at its highest since 2022. The 33-year-old would provide the Mets with a left-handed arm out of the pen and would cost them mostly just money. The Mets may have to part ways with a prospect ranked 20 to 30 in the organization. Rogers is owed the remainder $12 million this season and $12 million next season. Jose Leclerc of the Rangers. Now, he had Tommy John surgery in 2021, but he has been one of the best relievers in the American League. In 96 appearances between 2022 and 23, he recorded 2.75 ERA with 21 strikeouts, a 10.4 strikeouts per 9 innings. Now, he's going to cost about the same as Rogers. Do you want to give up one of these kind of interesting pieces that the Mets have in their farm system for a reliever? Are the Mets all in this situation? That's something we all have to sort of ask ourselves. Are they all in this situation? Now, we know that players on the team, particularly Brandon Nimmo, really want the Mets to go all in and spend and be able to bring in big players to help this team. This team needs a lot of help with this bullpen. It's really primarily the bullpen. I would like to see the Mets get another hitter in this lineup. Especially, I'd like to see like an everyday player, a guy I know that can hit, a left-handed hitter. And I talked a lot about Michael before, but primarily they need a guy that they need plenty of pitching help and bullpen help in particular. I would mention also that the Mets starting rotation has given them length, so it's starting to shorten the games up for the bullpen, which has been sorely needed. Next up is Shelby Miller of the Tigers. Miller elevates 5.76, doesn't tell the full story of his season. He does a good job of limiting base runners, posting a 1.01 whip, mostly a result of cutting down on walks. In 27 appearances, 29 2/3 innings, the 33-year-old right-hander has walked just 7 batters, which has been huge because this team is desperate for guys that shouldn't be walking batters. We know that with Diekman, that he has 1 walk per inning. Miller has given up 6 home runs this season, the most since he transitioned into a reliever. Now that's way too high. You can't be giving up home runs. Next up is Nick Martinez of the Reds. Don't be dismayed by Martinez's 4.10 ERA. That's mostly due to his 5 appearances as a starter, where he's allowed 23 runs and 25 2/3 innings. Ufa. Now, he's a guy that would be interesting because I don't know what the situation is with the Reds, because it is the Reds and they might be willing to sort of blow it up at any point. So that is something the Mets going to have to really, and he has money coming to him. He does have money coming to him. I believe he's got $12 million coming to him next year. So the Mets have to really think long and hard about him. Do you want to spend all that money on Nick Martinez? When you have guys, if you're going to bring him in here, you might as well just use Buta, right? Now, this is an article back from NewJersey.com, I think. And of course, the last guy in this video is Aroldis Chapman of the Pirates. David Stearns would have to clear a few hurdles before approving this. First, he'd have to have assurance from Chapman that he even wants to pitch in New York after quitting on the Yankees in 2023. And then he'd have to get the approval of Mendoza, who was the Yankees bench coach then. So if anybody would know how to handle him or would want him in the clubhouse, that would be the guy. Should the young executive get the nod on both ends, Chapman could be another valuable left-handed arm out of the bullpen. I would mention they got the year wrong on this. He quit the Yankees in 2022 because last year he pitched for the Royals and then got traded to the Rangers. So they screwed up this article. Chapman could be another valuable left-handed arm out of the pen. He'd feature a high strikeout rate, a skill that the bullpen lacks. Despite pitching his 15th season at 36 years old, he has 54 strikeouts over 32 2/3 innings. He has a 4.13 ERA. Now, the Mets beat him up pretty good last week. Chapman is owed the remainder of $10.5 million this season before becoming an unrestricted free agent next season. Now, there's a lot of baggage there with him. But he has been on 2 teams that have won a World Series. He was the closer for the Chicago Cubs. Although if the Chicago Cubs had not had that rain delay in Game 7 of the 2016 World Series against the Indians, he was going to be the GOAT of that World Series. Him and Joe Madden, by the way. They were going to be the GOAT of that world. Not the GOAT in terms of the greatest of all time. The GOAT used to mean something else back in the day. It means that guy you don't want to be. Now the GOAT is something you want to be. Whatever. Everybody would have been blaming Chapman for losing that series. But those are some of the names. I will have more names to you. And again, like I said, this channel is going to be the most active baseball channel that does regular content, regular videos for you, audience that you will find on this platform. No Met fan channel will be this busy. No baseball channel will be busy. All your favorite YouTubers, other than myself, will not be doing what I'm going to be doing here during the All-Star break. You're going to have at least 2 to 3 videos every single day. I would mention Monday and Tuesday there'll be videos 8 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 4 o'clock. I don't want to contradict with the festivities of the All-Star break. But after that, we'll spread them out. On Wednesday and Thursday, you're going to have plenty of stuff to watch and keep yourself. Hopefully, you'll be entertained and, of course, be informed by your host. I do the best I can. And, of course, if you're not on X, hit the subscribe button. If you're not on Facebook, hit the subscribe button because I will get the news out to you and be entertaining and not be boring. Some of these YouTubers are boring. I am not. Far from it. I may be sort of, the sound is lousy. People keep telling me I'm talking loud enough. But I'm pretty damn funny and I'm pretty damn entertaining. So, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to the Baseball Hut and I'll see you later.